Welcome to Study Session 5, Feasibility and Viability Concepts. Introduction. Feasibility and viability concepts are very important in project analysis. Although the two words are similar, usage differs. The feasibility report of a project implies its possibility, while its viability connotes the benefits accruable from the project. Feasibility report of a particular project is usually prepared by a prospective investor to ascertain the practicability of the project. Project feasibility study has a lot of social and economic benefits. One of the uses is to access funds from financial institutions. The preparation of feasibility report requires some technicality. The feasibility and viability concept. In a grammatical sense, these two concepts mean almost the same thing. The term feasibility derives from the word feasible, which means that it is possible and likely that some future task will be achieved. Indeed, the word feasible is a synonym to the word viable, which means that a task can be done or will be successful. However, these terminologies technically differ. The term feasibility means what can be managed or what is practicable. The feasibility reports give a full analysis of the projected input and output, although it does not explain the details of design. However, a provisional decision to go ahead to detailed planning and implementation is assured to be taken into the basis of the feasibility reports. On the other hand, the term viability connotes profitability. The viability aspect of a report gives the information about the benefits to be derived from a project. It puts prices to each input and output already analyzed under the feasibility report and determines whether or not it is viable. A project is viable if the expected benefit is greater than the cost. A viable project is one that is profitable in terms of the revenue to be derived at later dates. The concepts of feasibility and viability of projects will be vividly grasped by explaining their indicators. Feasibility indicators. The following are the feasibility indicators for projects. 1. Legal aspect. This deals with all legal requirements for establishing a project. In this aspect, we consider the relevant government policies in place, the law surrounding obtaining land or site, the selection of name, the condition of registration, and so on. A project is feasible in the country concerned if the law of the country allows it. 2. Technology. A project is feasible if the technology required for establishing it is available. In considering the importance of technology, we will need to ask the question, is the existing technology capable of handling the proposed project? If yes, it means the project is feasible. Otherwise, it is not feasible. 3. Political environment. The political climate of a country must be considered before accepting whether or not a project is practicable. We should be able to ask the question, will the government tolerate, encourage, or discourage the particular project? If the political atmosphere is conducive for the project is then declared to be feasible. 4. Market consideration. The aspect of marketing is crucial to feasibility consideration. The market analysis would show whether the goods to be produced will be demanded or not. A project is feasible if and only if there is adequate market for the goods to be produced. Viability indicator. The viability indicator of a project is mostly economic. This shows how the cost of a project is determined and then how the level of returns is evaluated. It makes rooms for comparing the costs and benefits and finding out whether the next return is positive or negative. A project is said to be viable if the net returns is positive and is higher than what is obtained in the alternative investment or existing industry. Finally, a project can be feasible and yet not viable. That is, based on legal, technological, political, and managerial consideration, it may be implemented, but it is not profitable in terms of the tangible returns to be realized. Most of the public projects, such as public electricity or water supply, fall into this category. This is because the objective set for establishing them is to improve the social welfare and not necessarily the profit it could generate. This is the end of study session 5. Thank you.